Greetings folks and welcome to the channel. Oh, wait, this is not quite right. I'll go with you in a moment. That's better. Greetings folks, welcome to the channel. Will H, still in the race, the channel focused on getting out there and challenging ourselves as we get older. And you join us today on my week 3 review, and we're out with the dog again. For those that want to see the dog, there she is in the undergrowth. It's been a bit of a different week this week. I had to move things around a little bit because I was away with work midweek on Thursday. So I had to move my training sessions around a little bit, but I still wanted to get my key training sessions in, and I still wanted to keep a gap between the harder sessions. So I had to shuffle things around a little bit, and you'll see as we go on how I shuffled that around. On Monday, on the start of week 3, I actually moved my treadmill session to the Monday to make sure I got that one nailed, because that's, for this parkrun improvement, that's one of the key sessions. So to ensure I got it in, I moved it to the Monday. Again, it was a 10-minute warm-up followed by intervals. And the intervals were in 2 banks this time. I did 8 lots of 90 seconds at 4:41 pace. So this is just around my target parkrun pace. Then I followed that by 4 lots of 30 seconds at 4:30 pace, just says faster than my parkrun pace. So if I ran at that, for example, if I ran at that 4:30 pace, that would be a 22.5-minute parkrun, which is probably faster than I can achieve. Saying that, what do you think I can achieve when I come to do my parkrun? Comment down below and let us know. So after each interval, again, it was a walk, recovery, 60 seconds this time, get my heart rate down, go again. As I've said many times, the focus is on achieving the intervals. The rest is just to get you ready for it. Then I had a bit of a warm down on the treadmill, 5-10 minutes or so, slowly dropping the pace. The treadmill, again, this time just between 2 and 3%, just to give it a bit of variety on incline there. It's going to be a bit, flat on a treadmill sometimes. And then to completely warm down, I took the dog for a bit of a walk. Tuesday, the first strength and mobility session on Tuesday morning, I just did my physio exercises again. This is around strengthening me feet, me ankles and me calves. 20-minute session, as I say, just to help with a bit of prehab. So that means that I'm not going to end up injured like I quite often do due to a weakness in one of my calves. Later in the day, after work in fact, I went and did my trail run. Just my normal route, keeping it easy, zone 2. It's a little bit warm again, but enjoyable day out in the woods. It's always nice to get out in the woods. So I did the normal route, and then I did some strides. Bit on a gravel path with a slight incline. I did 6 sets of strides that were about 90 to 100 meters in length, just to finish it off. Bit of free speed at the end of an easier run. Just keeping an eye on the dog here, folks. Wednesday, bit more strength and condition. This time, the YouTube follow along mobility session. Again, about 20 minutes, just working out some kinks and getting us ready, loosening us up for the session that was going to follow on Wednesday night. Was my sub-threshold intervals. This time, the main set of the session was 3 by 8 minutes. It's sub-threshold. For me, this is about 140 beats per minute, plus or minus 4 beats. That's the range I wanted to stay in. It was quite a successful session because I actually ran them. The average pace for the 3 intervals was that of my parkrun when I did my parkrun trial. So that could bode well. I'm now running the pace that I ran a parkrun at 140 rather than the 160 heart rate I ran at my parkrun. Again, after the session, about 10 minutes warm down, got home, grabbed the dog and went for a walk. The dog walk after these runs, after these workouts, is about just 2 to 3k. Again, it just lets us warm down fully, so it just helps us recover. So Thursday, this was the day that upset my schedule. This is the day that I had to move everything around for because I was down in York with work. So it was a full rest day. Didn't do any real cardio. I didn't do any strength and conditioning. I did go for a walk at lunchtime round the lake that's local to my office. But apart from that, Thursday was a full rest day. Friday, as you know, Friday is a rest or cross-train optional. And this week I went for the cross-train option and got out on my mountain bike. It was about 50 minutes or so, about 17 kilometres in total, just a quick blast on the mountain bike up and down the cycle path. I actually averaged about 21 kilometres an hour, which on the mountain bike at the moment with the current cycling fitness, I'm more than happy with. So that was Friday, a blast on the mountain bike. Saturday, and we're into long run day. Again, I increased my distance slightly. I was up to 16.5 kilometres, but I want to continually increase my distance until I'm regularly hitting that half marathon distance or so. Maybe it's a little bit more, but that's where I want to get to over the next few weeks. This week was an odd week, so there was no tempo segments, no fast finish on this one. I just kept it steady pace and ran the whole lot, aiming to be zone 2. I don't mind if I drop into zone 1 occasionally, but aiming to keep into zone 2 and just hit the miles or hit the kilometres, since I was talking kilometres. It was a really good session because I hit that same pace, average pace, as last week. So I hit the 6:52 per kilometre average, and that was without doing any tempo segments. So at the easy zone 2 for a consistent longer run, I hit a nice solid 6:52. I know for some of you that's not quick, but for me, you know, I'm happy with that. Sunday is my second of my optional days where I have a chance of either resting or doing some cross training. This time I took the option to rest from all cardio because I wasn't feeling 100%. Little did I know I was coming down with a bit of man flu. But what I did do is I got into the gym and I did some heavy weights on the afternoon just to get my third strength session in. It was a full body workout focusing primarily on compound moves. I did kettlebell swings, back squats, deadlifts, bench press, bent over rows, shoulder press, calf raises, curls and pull-ups. It's the first time I've tried to do pull-ups for years, and I'll tell you now, I'm crap. The whole session was just about half an hour. I did 2 sets of each, and I think this is more of the strength I need to do. I need to get in the gym more and push the mind around. I felt it the next day. It was the first session I've had in the gym for some time, but I think it's worth it. So strength-wise, I got the planned 3 sessions in this week. I'm just keeping an eye on the dog here. And so it was about 70 minutes or so in total. A mixture of conditioning work and strength work. So solid there. So in summary, here we have it. Monday, hard treadmill session. Tuesday, trail run with strides. Wednesday, sub-threshold intervals. Thursday, a rest day because I was away with work. Friday, a blast on the mountain bike. Saturday, a zone 2 long run. And Sunday was rest. A solid week. Hitting my key sessions again and keeping that gap of 1 day between the harder sessions. So what that showed is if you build your plan right, you can be flexible. When work gets in the way, or life gets in the way for some of you, you can move your plan around and still get your sessions out. What that gave me this week was a slight increase in my times. I did 38 kilometres of running, which is about 4 hours 20. I did 33 kilometres of walking, which is about 6.5 hours. That gives a combined run walk of over 70 kilometres or over 11 hours if you do things by time. So a good solid week. So in total, with the strength, that's over 13 hours of exercise this week. And I had a look this week, and if you remember what my Garmin watch showed us way back when I tried to do my Parkrun, we're saying 26.5 minutes now. Then it's improved a little bit now, so the Garmin thinks I'm getting a bit quicker. It now thinks I can do it in 24:51, which is about a minute and a half improvement, which I'm quite happy with at the moment. I've still got some way to go to hit that 23.5, which I'd like to in this period of training, but it's an improvement, and I'll take that. And some of you will remember during that very first video when I talked about goal setting, I talked about a secondary goal as well. And for me, that secondary goal was to lose a bit of weight. So I was carrying a bit of timber. At that time, I weighed in at 15 stone. I weighed in again at the end of week 3, and I'm down to 14.5 stone. So that's a half stone or 7 pounds weight loss. So yeah, I think things are heading in the right direction. I'll give you a little dog. Farah, what are you doing? What are you doing? Are you up to no good? Are you in the undergrowth again? What's this? So that was my week. Solid, hitting the sessions and enjoying myself. And with that, I'll leave you with one extra thought. And I'm just going to say, remember, age shouldn't be a barrier. You too can get out there and still be in the race. Later, folks.